reviewing the Joovy Ultralight Caboose 2. And it's a lightweight tandem double stroller, and it's pretty compact for a double stroller, but it's pretty heavy as well. This is the 2015 version and it's 28 pounds. They've just come out with a new model, so I can explain some of the differences between the newer model. They did make some great improvements. So on the newer model, it's only 21 pounds, which is lighter than some single strollers. So I'm sad that we don't have that one because 28 pounds is pretty heavy. Trying to put this thing in the car is impossible. You feel like you're going to break your back. But if it's 21 pounds, I think it would be a lot easier to manage. So something I want to show you is the brake is pretty easy. You just step on it and it locks, and then you use the top of your foot, which I don't like, but it's fine. I have sandals on, it's fine. It's just not the most comfortable, and you can release the brake there. So it fits two children, obviously. An older child can sit back here from the age of 2.5 and up. You really don't want a child that doesn't know how to walk or any younger than that. So they have to be able to sit on their own. There is a buckle and a lock here, but for our almost 4-year-old, we don't use it ever because he just likes to sit or stand. So it is to sit and stand and get off and walk and then come back in and take a rest. Like if we walk to the park, he might want to sit in it, and then when we come back home, he's tired and he wants to sit in it again. But then, other times he just wants to stand. And so when they stand, they hold on to these bars here, and when they sit, it's not the most comfortable seat for sitting in the back. You really can be hunched over, especially if there's a car seat in here. The second child will not be able to take a nap in the back, so that's something to keep in mind. But it does come with a seat. This particular version came with a seat. I think you have to pay extra for this now. It's you have to hook it in. I actually have had a hard time putting this on, so we don't even use it, so it was kind of a waste. But it is an option if you're taking a long trip, and you're in the airport and you do want to wait for the second child to be able to take a nap. They can sort of take a nap here. I don't know if there's a recline, but it's going to give them a little bit more support on their back. So, and they'll be facing, and their feet will go in the basket, so you can't really have anything in the basket then. So that is an option. I wish they made this a little bit easier to install and take out because we just don't use it because it's not that convenient, but it's an option. So the other thing I want to mention is the car seat adapter. So as I mentioned, you can this has a universal adapter, which is fantastic because I have a really incompatible car seat, so I can't really find a lot of strollers that work with it. So I wish I would have bought a different car seat because you don't realize when you have your first child that if you need a new double stroller, you want the car seat to fit in there for your new baby, but there really aren't a lot of universal adapters. So this is the tray actually. It has 2 cup holders, so you want to leave this in your car so you don't forget it, because we've forgotten one of these attachments before and it's kind of a pain, so we just leave them both in the car. So here is the car seat adapter, and again it's easy. You just slide it into this red area. I probably should have locked it, but. So we use this most of the time, and here I have my car seat. It faces towards you here. So you want to kind of push it down really, really well. And then there's these straps that are always attached to the stroller, so you won't ever forget that. So that's a good part. And you make sure it's pushed down a lot, and it's just one click, and it makes it secure. So. That adapter really supports the back of the car seat, so it's compatible with about 28 different car seats, which is awesome. So pretty much anyone out there. So again, the one thing I wanted to mention too is that when you have 2 children in the seat and the car seat, it can be quite heavy. And when I've taken walks, I live in the suburbs, and it's pretty bumpy and hilly. and it's really hard to push this thing. It's so heavy with the children, and the wheels are not that great, so the steering is really difficult. I feel it veering off into the road, so I really have to hold tight to it, which I don't like. I wish, you know, it makes me not want to take the stroller out and go for walks that much with both of them, because it makes me feel unsafe, and I just feel exhausted after taking the walk. So that's something to keep in mind. Hopefully the newer version, maybe their wheels are a little bit better and can handle all the weight a little better. And so that's something just to note. I mean, it's still workable, it is convenient for what it is, and it was really affordable, so compared to some of the other strollers. So there are still a lot of good features about it. So let me just point out some of the other features. Okay, see, it's pretty easy to take that out. Okay, so it comes with this parent organizer, which is great. I love it because it just stays on the whole time. You don't have to take it off. And it has two different cup holders. There's a small basket in the front, and there's a large, I'm sorry, not basket, but a little pouch in the back, and it stretches. You fit glasses, your keys, some sunscreen, your wallet, your phone, like everything fits in here. And there's a little zipper pouch. I'm not going to be able to angle this. I don't know if you see it, but there's a little zipper pouch here, which you can put any, like your keys, anything you don't want to lose. So I love that. I love this part about it. The other thing is the Canopy. So I don't know if you just heard those clicks. It's not broken. It makes really loud sound whenever you open or close it. So just to show you, you have to push these down to make it more secure. So the front passenger is going to get a little bit more coverage, and the back will have some, but what they did change was they added, in the new version, they added an extra piece that attaches, I think, to the handlebar that provides a little bit more coverage for the back seat passenger. So that's good, because really you want both your kids to be covered, and it's hot outside. So you know, I wish that was better. That was one thing, and it was quieter. So now I'm extra sensitive to quiet canopies, because this one is just so loud. It makes me cringe a little bit. So I wish that was improved. So the other thing is the basket. So the basket sits in between the two chairs, and it's not the easiest to access, but if you have a rider in the back, you do have to either push them out, or not push them out, sorry, but you have to ask them to get out of the seat, or you ask them to move over a little, and then you have to grab whatever it is you want. So here's my diaper bag. So I just put it in here, or if I'm grocery shopping, sometimes I'll put stuff in there. And it fits. I just push things down, and it's just not that easy to access in general. And then if I want to take it out, you know, you just kind of have to wiggle it out. But what I do have is a mommy hook, so instead I usually just keep this on the back, because if I want to access it, then it's impossible and it gets to be a pain. And with two kids, sometimes you need to get food out, or diaper change, or something you need in the bag. But you can also keep your most important things up in the front in this organizer. So there are a lot of options. So mommy hook is a good purchase if you're going to get this stroller. I don't know if I mentioned the reclines. This first seat reclines, but obviously the person in the back will not be able to sit in the back of the seat. So something to keep in mind. It comes with a 4-point system. Let me just take this out so I can show you. The lock. So it's a 4-point system. It's pretty easy. Press a single button in the middle, and it releases, and you slide it into the sides. Two steps. So that I love. It's simple. And this little footrest for baby. It's not the, oh, it came down easy. Normally it's not that easy to come down and up. So you can bring it up for a young child, or let's see. down for and pulling this bar in the back for an older child, so he has a place to rest his feet. So I want to show you how to collapse and open this stroller. There are two different buttons, levers that you have to slide up at the same time. So, and there's this lock on this side that kind of gets in the way sometimes. So you put your foot down here to support what you're doing, and you push forward, and you can do it with everything attached. The car seat adapter or the tray stays on it. Oh, I forgot to do the recline. So yeah, you cannot close it with that lever. So let me show you again. It does happen a little bit faster. So as you can see, it's a pretty tall package. Getting this into the back of your trunk takes a little bit of maneuvering. So if you have a big SUV or a van, you're totally fine. You might not be able to fit it into a small sedan trunk, so I would find the measurements out for this and make sure, just test it out. Actually, I'll tell you right now, I happen to have this. So it's about 46 inches tall with the wheels. Usually you can do it at an angle, so check the back of your trunk to make sure you can fit it. And it's not the easiest to carry. Honestly, it's my worst favorite thing about it. My least favorite thing, because I feel like I'm going to break my back trying to put it in the car. And it doesn't always lock that easily. And I'm just discovering all these things I don't like. But this comes off too easily, the Canopy. So sometimes it's just kind of a big mess trying to, see, I don't even know how to hold it right now. But it's big, and you might have a hard time if you're not the strongest person doing this on your own. If your husband can do it for you, that's great. But if you're all alone, then it might be a little bit of work. And if you have a bad back, I don't think this is a good idea either. Some of the other double strollers on the market, you can break them down into pieces, so that might be a better option if you do have back problems. But, for what it's worth, there's a lot of great features, and I'll take it apart now. So there is an auto lock, which didn't actually lock, so you have to do it kind of manually. So this is how it looks open. So this is the Joovy Caboose Ultralight 2. The newer version has a lot more features that I like, so I'm kind of sad that we don't have that version now, but this works for us right now. There are a lot of great features to it, and it's lightweight and affordable, so something you should consider if you're in the market for a double tandem stroller. And it fits through every doorway because it's so narrow. So thanks again, and leave me a comment or like this video or subscribe to my channel, and have a nice day.